I'm Jordan. I don't think I did one of these the last month or two. I was working on a kind of a bigger. I had something brewing for a little bit, and then that kind of fell through. So I'm gonna just kind of stick with my normal stuff for a little bit here. Um, I'm trying. I'm being dodgy on purpose, but that's fine. We can talk in person if you have any questions about that. But anyway, I played a lot of games last month. Last month was I did a long weekend for Easter with my family. We did a lake house in Central Virginia, which is like it was about a 6 hour drive from here after all the stops and stuff. And we played a ton of games. My family seems to enjoy when I bring games around. I brought some games that they knew how to play. I brought some games that they didn't know how to play. They brought some games that they like as well. It was a lot of fun. We played a lot of great games. Some games that I don't have that we played that I really enjoyed. Um, what was it? One of my sisters brought Sequoia, which is an all-play game. That game's fun. Not my favorite of the small line. It's actually probably on the lower end, but I do enjoy Sequoia. I thought that one was good. We played Three Up, Three Down, which is like a new mass market card game that my sister's family really likes. It's just kind of Uno-esque, but I enjoyed it. I think it's good. Um, they brought Land versus Sea, which I do own. It's on my shelf behind me, but they have a copy. I kind of fell in love with that one again. I never stopped loving it, but I think I've been thinking about it more since I played it, and I really enjoy that one. So I got 4 games here. One of them is one. I don't know. I got some good games here, and I got some different kinds of games here that maybe I don't like quite as much. But let's talk about it. All right. If you follow my stuff, I really enjoy the Silver line from Bezier Games, and my understanding is that they are finished with it. We got Silver Amulet, we got Silver Billet, we got Silver Coin, we got Silver Dagger, and the last two have recently come out. I picked them up at PAX. I'm finally getting around to them, and Silver Eye is the one that I've played so far. I haven't played Fang yet because that focuses on team play, and I haven't had. I've wanted to play 4 players with that, and I haven't had 4 players to play. So I played Silver Eye, and I played this just the cards in Silver Eye. I didn't do any mix and matching with it yet, and I do think this one is going to be best as a mix and match set for me. I do own everything that Silver is. I have everything not in that obnoxious box. I do not like the idea of that obnoxious box. I just want like, give me a Carcassonne-sized box with some dividers, and I'll be in heaven. I don't. Honestly, just give me a box this size with some new dividers, and I'll be perfectly happy. That's big enough for this game. Regardless, this game as its own can be played as a standalone game. I think this one has some really cool cards, and I think it has some cards that I really don't want to play with again, which is sometimes the case with these types of sets with a card game that you're mixing and matching. This one is essentially golf. The classic card game where you're going to have a bunch of face down cards and they have number values on them. You want the lowest score, and throughout the round, you're trying to figure out what those cards are by adding and subtracting cards from those in front of you. The twist in Silver is that, of course, it's the werewolf universe because that's what Bezier does, but every card has special abilities. And so as you're playing the cards, you can use the special abilities and or just as numbers trying to, avoid points or score points. So there's some really cool cards here. I like the Tanner. This one allows you to flip all cards in your village face up. I think that one's fun. Simon, this is like a tiger. I don't know why the tiger's name is Simon. I don't know if there's any lore behind that. Discard one of your face up cards if it matches the top discard pile. So that's fun. You can even do that on other people's turns. So that works well with the Tanner if you ever have like face up card, turn all your cards face up, and then as those are showing up in the discard pile, you can get rid of them with that. And then the Gambler. I think the Gambler is a lot of fun. Instead of taking your turn, you get to like gamble and decide whether the next card on the deck is going to be higher or lower, and then you get to discard a card. And you're trying to get rid of cards because that means fewer points. So I think those 3 cards are really fun. There's some other good cards that are really normal in here. 2 cards I really did not like. The Drunk. This one just gives a card to somebody else. I don't necessarily like these types of cards in games because they can feel targeted. Very take that, and I don't know, just not my play style. And then the Illusionist isn't in that same vein. It's a very different kind of card. It's if this card is face up at scoring, you subtract the number of cards in the deck from your score. And so if you get, there's only two of these, and if you get one of them, it's going to really swing the scores in your favor because chances are there's going to be some cards left over in the deck. So I don't know. I just didn't really like the mechanic behind that one. I didn't think it worked super well in my plays of this. So Silver Eye, I enjoy it. I'm definitely going to be folding these cards in with my set. However, I probably won't be playing Silver Eye just as Silver Eye. So kind of a mixed review, but ultimately this is definitely, a thumbs up for me. I do enjoy pretty much anything silver related. The next one's a little game from 25th Century Games. They just brought it out. This is the Plate Edition from Korea, I believe. And I've never played this one. This is kind of an old classic filler kind of game, and I just got to play it for the first time, and I love it. This is Circus Flohcati. This is a really light push your luck game. You're going to be flipping cards over. Whenever two cards of the same color are flipped, you kind of lose your turn, and essentially you're trying to create sets of 3 cards and trying to, score the most points by getting those sets of 3 cards. The deck has a whole bunch of colors. I think there's 10 suits in the deck, and then there's different number values in there. And so you're trying to get sets of 3, and then also if you have get all of the different colors, you can potentially end the round and score some points. It's just a really nice, light push your luck game. Plays really quickly. I like this one a lot. Pretty compact. You better believe that was a Tiny Game Tuesday over on my other channels. This next one I think I do like, but I haven't played it with a ton of people that have enjoyed it as much as me. So this is Combo. This is from Happy Camper Games. I do enjoy this game. Their last one was Trio, and they did a new edition of that. And Combo is a new edition of Surfasaurus Max or Surfasaurus Rex, one of those, that came out a year or two ago. And this is their new American version of that. Essentially, it's like a kind of a poker type of game where everybody at the table you have a hand of cards, you're putting a card down, and collectively you want to have your card in the best hand of collective cards around the table. And as you're doing that, you're trying to talk them into making some choices, what kind of cards to put down. You might want to, maybe you're working towards a flush, you're working towards a run, a straight, or 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, whatever it is, high card. And so you're just trying to talk everybody else into it. I think it's a bit sillier than the people I've been playing with have taken it. I think they end up taking it a little bit more seriously than it needs to be taken. But yeah, I think this one is good with the right group. If you have the right group that can get a little silly, talking each other into doing things, I think this one will work better. I just haven't found that group yet, unfortunately. So that's Combo. Check it out if you think that sounds like one that your group would like. But ultimately, it's probably not one that my groups have enjoyed, unfortunately. And then I'm going to talk about an oldie that I played on my Easter trip with my family, and we played this a couple times and really enjoyed it again because it's a fantastic game. This is Cascadia. If I was doing like a top 10 games of all time, this would be somewhere in the conversation. I love Cascadia. This is like a classic for a reason. It's a mod. I mean, very newer. It's 2018, somewhere around there. 2021, around that time, 2020. Cascadia came out, and this is a drafting game where you're going to be drafting a tile and a token, and you're going to be adding it. It's a very free form kind of landscape building game, trying to connect mountains to mountains and rivers to rivers and fields to fields, and then you're putting these animals on them, and then you're going to score your biggest section of each terrain type, but then you're also scoring the different animals in different ways based off of the scoring cards that come out each game. And there's not much more to it. And it plays so smoothly and so cleanly. I really enjoy this one. If you haven't played Cascadia, this was a game I would put like if you're a new gamer and building a collection, this would be one that I would suggest you pick up because I think Cascadia is a really special game. It feels timeless and elegant, and the decisions are, ever changing between games, but within the game it seems like every choice seems light, but as they're working together and as they're coming, as the puzzle pieces are kind of sliding in together, you're suddenly getting a little cutthroat and talking to the other players about, don't you dare take that elk, I need that elk, or oh good, I need a bear, I need a bear, I need a bear, pull a bear, and it just kind of makes some really fun moments around the table. So Cascadia, check it out if you haven't. If you have, maybe pull it off your shelf again, because I think this one deserves your time right now. All right, cool. Those are 4 games. I hope you enjoyed them. If you've played them, let me know what your thoughts have been. If you haven't played them, let me know which ones you would like to play. I think that's all for me, guys. All right, I'm Jordan. Thanks.